stands. The Princess did not like to call on a perfect stranger so very early in the morning, so they decided to wait a little and look about them. The castle was very beautiful, decorated with a conventional design of bells and bell ropes carved in white stone. Luxuriant plants of American bell vine covered the drawbridge and portcullis. On a green lawn in front of the castle was a well, with a curious bell-shaped covering suspended over it. The lovers leaned over the mossy fern-grown wall of the well, and looking down they could see that the narrowness of the well only lasted for a few feet, and below that it spread into a cavern where water lay in a big pool. "What cheer?" said a pleasant voice behind them. It was the Enchanter, an early riser like Darwin was, and all other great scientific men. They told him what cheer. "But," Prince Bellamant ended, "it's really no use. I can't keep under water more than 2 minutes, however much I try, and my precious Belinda's not likely to find any silly old bell that doesn't ring and can't ring and never will ring and was never made to ring." "Ho, ho!" laughed the Enchanter, with the soft full laughter of old age. "You've come to the right shop. Who told you?" "The bells," said Belinda. "Ah, yes." The old man frowned kindly upon them. "You must be very fond of each other."
We are,
said the two together. "Yes," the Enchanter answered, "because only true lovers can hear the true speech of the bells, and then only when they're together. Well, there's the bell." He pointed to the covering of the well, went forward and touched some lever or spring. The covering swung out from above the well, and hung over the grass grey with the dew of dawn. "That?" said Bellamant. "That," said his godfather. "It doesn't ring, and it can't ring, and it never will ring, and it was never made to ring. Get into it." "Eh?" said Bellamant, forgetting his manners. The old man took a hand of each and led them under the bell. They looked up. It had windows of thick glass, and high seats about 4 feet from its edge, running all round inside. "Take your seats," said the Enchanter. Bellamant lifted his Princess to the bench and leapt up beside her. "Now," said the old man, "sit still, hold each other's hands, and for your lives don't move." He went away, and next moment they felt the bell swing in the air. It swung round till once more it was over the well, and then it went down, down, down.
I'm not afraid with you,"
said Belinda, because she was, dreadfully. Down went the bell. The glass windows leapt into light. Looking through them, the two could see blurred glories of lamps in the side of the cave. Magic lamps, or perhaps merely electric, which, curiously enough, have ceased to seem magic to us nowadays. Then, with a plop, the lower edge of the bell met the water. The water rose inside it a little, then not any more, and the bell went down, down, and above their heads the green water lapped against the windows of the bell.
"You're under water. If we stay 5 minutes,"
Belinda whispered. "Yes, dear," said Bellamant, and pulled out his ruby-studded chronometer.
"It's 5 minutes for you, but oh!" cried Belinda, "it's now for me. For I found the bell that doesn't ring, and can't ring, and never will ring, and wasn't made to ring. Oh, Bellamant, dearest, it's Thursday. Have I got my Sunday face?"
She tore away her veil, and his eyes, fixed upon her face, could not leave it. "Oh, dream of all the world's delight," he murmured, "how beautiful you are!" Neither spoke again till a sudden little shock told them that the bell was moving up again. "Nonsense," said Bellamant, "it's not 5 minutes." But when they looked at the ruby-studded chronometer it was nearly 3/4 of an hour. But then, of course, the well was enchanted. "Magic? Nonsense!" said the old man, when they hung about him with thanks and pretty words. "It's only a diving bell, my own invention." So they went home and were married, and the Princess did not wear a veil at the wedding. She said she had had enough veils to last her time. And a year and a day after that a little daughter was born to them. "Now, sweetheart," said King Bellamant. He was king now, because the old king and queen had retired from the business, and were keeping pigs and hens in the country, as they had always planned to do. "Dear sweetheart and life's love, I'm going to ring the bells with my own hands to show how glad I am for you and for the child, and for our good life together." So he went out. It was very dark, because the baby princess had chosen to be born at midnight. The king went out to the belfry that stood in the great, bare, quiet, moonlit square, and he opened the door. The furry pussy bell ropes, like huge caterpillars, hung on the first loft. The king began to climb the curly-whirly stone stair, and as he went up he heard a noise, the strangest noises, stamping and rustling and deep breathings. He stood still in the ringer's loft, where the pussy-furry caterpillary bell-ropes hung, and from the belfry above he heard the noise of strong fighting, and mixed with it the sound of voices angry and desperate, but with a noble note that thrilled the soul of the hearer like the sound of the trumpet in battle. And the voices cried, "Down, down, away, away, when good has come, ill may not stay. Out, out, into the night, the belfry bells are ours by right." And the words broke and joined again, like water when it flows against the piers of a bridge. "Down, down, ill may not stay, good has come, away, away." And the joining came like the sound of the river that flows free again. "Out, out, into the night, the belfry bells are ours by right." And then, as King Bellamant stood there, thrilled, and yet, as it were, turned to stone by the magic of this conflict that raged above him, there came a sweeping rush down the belfry ladder. The lantern he carried showed him a rout of little dark evil people, clothed in dust and cobwebs, that scurried down the wooden steps, gnashing their teeth and growling in the bitterness of a deserved defeat. They passed, and there was silence. Then the king flew from rope to rope, pulling lustily, and from above the bells answered in their own clear, beautiful voices, because the good bell folk had driven out the usurpers and had come to their own again. Ring-a-ring-a-ring-a-ring-a-ring, ring bell, a little baby comes on earth to dwell. Ring bell, sound bell, sound swell, ring for joy and wish her well. May her life tell no tale of ill spell. Ring bell, joy bell, love bell, ring. "But I don't see," said King Bellamant, when he had told Queen Belinda all about it, "how it was that I came to hear them. The enchanter of the ringing well said that only lovers could hear what the bells had to say, and then only when they were together." "You silly dear boy," said Queen Belinda, cuddling the baby princess close under her chin.